Let's look at another idea, one involving a perimeter of a rectangular area, maybe like the perimeter around your house or whatever it might be. How do we describe perimeter? Well, perimeter is the distance around the area or around the field, wherever it might be. That's a width plus a length plus the other width plus the other length, which would equal 2 times W plus 2 times L. That's a model or a formula that makes sense to us about perimeter. And notice that it's solved for perimeter. Well, what if I want to solve it for a different variable that's in here? Right now it's solved for P. Maybe I want to solve it for the width, for W. So how would we do that? Well, let's write our equation. P equals 2 times W plus 2 times L. Our goals are the same. We want to isolate the variable we're trying to solve, which is the W. So in this case, let's remove all the terms that do not contain a W. So we're going to isolate the variable term. So that means that I'm going to take 2W plus the 2L. I want to add or subtract 2L from this side. To do that, I need to subtract it from the other side as well. What's left is a P minus a 2L equals a 2W. So notice that I'm getting closer and closer to having W, which we know in our problem stands for width, but for right now we're just algebraically stripping it down. It stands for W, and I want that solved by itself. What should I do next? To isolate the variable, I'm going to divide both sides by a 2. And then what remains? On the right side, the 2's factor out. I have width, or a W, equals a P minus a 2L all over a 2. So what I was able to do is take a model that was solved for perimeter, manipulate it algebraically, and now I have the same model, but this time it's solved for the width, which is a tool or a concept that's very helpful for us depending on what our initial criteria are. This might be a good point to acknowledge one other process or one other thought. I know some of you out there are thinking, well, wait a minute, Willie, this isn't reduced yet. I can cancel those 2's out. I have a P minus a 2L on top. I have a 2 on the bottom. Obviously, I can cancel those 2's out, right? No. Remember, we can't do that because the numerator is part of a summation. And when that's the case, I can't cancel. I can't factor out what appears to be a common term because they really aren't a common terms. I can only do that if it was a multiplication was the operation. Then I can. But it wasn't its addition or subtraction. No, 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 no. Do you understand? No. My final result is right here.